Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel. I am Sandrine Gressard from Improov. We are the experts in efficiency. So on this channel, you'll always hear about tips, tricks, methods, philosophies of how to spend less time working, more time playing, and just working more effectively. Having more time to do things that are really important to you, sticking to the essential instead of losing time and losing your head sometimes in elements that are not that important to get done. I'm so happy to welcome you here. Can't wait to show you the next video. Below, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and don't forget that little bell either so you get notified every time we put a new video on this channel. So thank you so much and enjoy the show. Key number 3 is really using the tasks. And so a lot of people don't use the task function because they don't actually have a really good system in place to see how they can use the tasks. And so one of the things that's really important is making sure that this dashboard here is very, very powerful. And the way to set it up as powerfully is really to make sure that you play with how you're showing the information. So whether you're showing it organized by category or showing it organized by start date. So, and the category only works if you actually categorize your tasks. So if you have a lot of tasks that have no category, well, you're not really helping yourself because that means you're not quite sure what this is all about. You have these tasks in your list, but you're not sure what you should be doing to complete them. So the idea here, and this is the concept that is really important to grasp, is that when you are looking at your dashboard, in one sentence, in that whole line should tell you exactly what that is. So like call Carolyn, that's great, but about what? So it should be call Carolyn, and then it should be, and then I just put a hyphen, and it should be, update on report. So on financial report. Now that is more precise. And then I should probably say, is there a deadline for this? Well, it looks like I was supposed to start that on the 8th of January. I'm already maybe behind and maybe I'm not. So it'd be like January 20th. So I know what to do for the 20th. So I got 4 days to go before I get it done. So guess what? Now it's gone from normal to high because I really have to get it done. And I say save and close. But before I do that, because it's a report, what am I going to do? Categorize reporting. Now I've given it a category, I've given it a deadline, I've changed the priority, now I can save and close. And what's going to happen? Now I go into my categories here and I see this. But I have to change my start date because guess what? I didn't start it on January 8th, I'm behind. So what I should do is, since my deadline is the 20th, I might want to start working on it latest tomorrow to actually get it out of the way. And you see now that I've done that, on tomorrow, when I go back to start date, it's going to show up in my list to do tomorrow. So you see now I look at this and it says call Carolyn about the update on the financial report, start date tomorrow. It's a report and it's a task. Do I need any more information? No, it's all there. Now I know exactly what I'm doing. So now the next thing I need to check is, do I have any time planned tomorrow to work on reports? Yes, but it's this one big report that I know is going to take time because of that one email. So I have to block off more time. So I should grab this, and now I'm going to put it in my schedule tomorrow to work on that. Now, is that complete? Yes, that's complete. So I can go to the next one and start looking at the list of all my tasks that don't have categories and that haven't been properly entered. So of course, the solution here is save yourself time and do it right away when you create the task. So what you should be doing is when you're going into your emails and you have an email from somebody and you know it's something for you to do, you're like, okay, I have to do something here. Well, what you should do is as you drag and drop it into task and create the task, spend the extra minute and a half to choose your category, to determine what the priority is, to change the title to make it speak to you. And what's the best thing you can do for yourself? That first word has to be an action verb. And doing, believe it or not, is not an action verb. So an action verb will be call. It'll be write up the letter, create the report, update the PowerPoint presentation, finalize the quote, send the new information, the new client information to the agency, et cetera, et cetera. You have to look at words that when you see the first words, you know what you're going to have to do. If you see a task that's just not clear, then you're going to have to remember, you're going to have to double click on it, go look at the content and try to memorize, like put yourself back in the context. What you want is that subject has to be so clear that by just reading the subject, the context comes right back to you. And that's going to be a huge time saver. So here, for example, let's say I have to write up a marketing email. It would be literally write up marketing email for campaign. What's my due date? January 24th. And then that means it's not urgent yet. Start date. What do I do with start date? When I have, this is going to take me about 30 to 45 minutes. Actually, with ChatGPT, it's going to take me a bit less than that. I'm going to get some help from AI. And then what I'm going to do is if it's due for the 24th, I'm going to put it as start date on the 22nd. And now I give myself a 2-day buffer to get it done. So I hit the save and close button. And now if I go back to my dashboard, what do I see? I see that I have the write up the marketing email for campaign, start on the 22nd. It has to do with consultations and it's in my tasks. Do you like it? Do you think it could work for you? All right. So that's the kind of things that you can do once you have this system organized. So another thing we want to do is definitely go through this and get rid of all the old tasks. So any tasks that are here that are old and that you've done, well, it would be a good idea to just go through them and say, okay, I finished this, and yeah, I finished this. I just didn't mark it done yet. And you can really select a few and say, you know what, all these I know I've done. So I'm going to go up here. And you see at the top of your screen here, it says there's a green check mark, and you can just select those and say mark as complete. If you made a mistake and you mark something as complete and it really isn't complete, don't worry about it. We're just going to go into tasks. So you go into the tasks here, and you're going to go look at the view, and you're going to go and choose a view that says completed. And now you're going to look at the date completed. If you go down and you look at date complete, you'll be able to see the ones you just completed. So it'll make the most recent one on the top. So you see they're all today. And you say, oh, no, that's not true. I hadn't completed this one. So you just go in and you uncheck it. And by unchecking it, if we go back to our view, you will see that the unchecked email is now back here. So now it's back in your list because it's not complete. So no problem. You can always undo what you've done if you made a mistake. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope it was very helpful and you got a lot of things to take away with you so that you can now save more time, do better, and feel more in control and less stressed about everything you have to accomplish in a day. So I hope to see you soon on the next one. And again, don't forget to hit that little bell so that you know when the next video is coming out. Until then, have a wonderful day and really have an efficient one. Thanks. Bye.